The 2020 South African International Ballet Competition will now be run online due to COVID-19. The competition, which is scheduled for next month, will be run through an innovative application known as the ArtofLife. To discuss how this will be done, we're joined by South African International Ballet Competition CEO Dirk Badenhorst. Very good morning to you, Dirk. It sounds all very beautiful, and I'm happy that you're able to get it up on air and online. How's it going to work?
Hi, good morning, Jane, and thanks for having me. So originally when COVID started happening, the decision to do anything, I said I'll put it off until the end of May to kind of give us time to understand what was happening and how things were developing. And then the decision I took at the end of May, it was to actually go online, but I still was wondering whether it was kind of a vanity decision, and I spoke to my fantastic panel of jury members from around the world, and literally within half an hour, the first lady from China, Madame Feng Ying from the Central Ballet of China, let me know she's in and she will support it as much as she can. So, and then all of them followed suit, and the putting together has just been an incredible journey. So the whole idea is that youngsters from around the world will be able to enter their solos in classical and contemporary solos or pas de deux that will go onto our new app, and it will be embedded onto the app where the jury members will then be able to access their solos or pas de deux and then score it and evaluate it and give comments. That will then be sent back to the competitors, and then we will be able to broadcast the whole event from the 13th to the 18th of July daily through the new app. And the new app is being developed with the help of Enactors, a fantastic company that creates work for young South African professionals. The young gentleman that's actually writing or coding the app for us is a guy called Musa, who lives in Guyana and has never seen ballet and never been to the theater even. And I just love the idea that that's how it's all being put together. And then, as I said, from the 13th to the 18th of July, the public will be able to access the application and then the show, because it will be run like a show, as if you're sitting in Artscape. And Artscape has been incredible, because in the days where young dancers couldn't get back into studios in South Africa yet to prepare, Artscape had made it available because we were going to film the solos, and they had to go through all the protocols of social distancing and cleaning and sanitizing and everything. And so the whole thing has been put together so that they could happen and rehearse at Artscape. So
sorry, excuse me, jumping in here. I mean, also, and I believe people have to pay to get to see that, but we can also tap in on some of the forums that are going to be held.
Absolutely. So every day there will be a class, and every day there will be the competition, which is to be paid for, all through the application. But every day as well, there will be a free panel discussion, and the panel discussions is a first as well. So the app is the first, the competition online is a world first, and then the panel discussions is a way of interconnecting youngsters with experienced people. So we have a day where the jury is talking to the competitors about their entries. There's a day that we talk to directors of ballet schools around the world to talk about how do schools choose competitions, how do they choose which kids to enter, which solos or pas de deux would they choose for the children, and how do they choose the versions of that. There will be a day about ballet in Africa, and we will be having a special guest, Johar Mosaval, but we will also have teachers from Nigeria, from Eswatini, and from Kenya, working with the Cape Town City Ballet director, Debbie Turner, and chaired by South African dancer Doris Mahongwa, who lives and dances in the Czech Republic in the ballet company of Brno.
Dirk, let me ask you quickly, because sadly time is always an element. At the start of the show we had beautiful images, which I hope we can play now, of a boy dancing in the rain in a slum. He was chosen. Tell us a little bit about him and some of the competitors and how they were chosen.
Perfect. So that young gentleman is a young dancer from Nigeria, Anthony. And so his teacher, I trained last year in Nigeria when I went to train there. And so he will be part of the scholars, because there are also 3 categories: scholars, juniors, and seniors. And he will be part of that. We had 150 entries from 28 countries around the world. We have a great number of entries from Korea, from China, from the USA, from South Africa, from Cuba, and then Nigeria as well. So, and they had to enter between the 15th and the 17th of June, and we viewed their videos, and from that we then sent them acceptance letters. So we have 150 entries, 10 jury members, and we have then also a panel discussion that includes people from the companies such as English National Ballet Tamara Rojo, Julio Boca, one of the world's biggest and famous dancers. We have the director of West Australian Ballet, Aurelian Scanella, but we have Ted Brunson, the director of Dutch National Ballet, who will be the chair of our whole jury. And we have representatives from countries like Switzerland, China, Korea, Germany, Cuba, all being part of this whole concept. And the whole ballet competition is really about inclusivity. So we have a day on ballet diplomacy, which includes transgenderism in the art of ballet. It includes how we can use ballet and dance in post-traumatic stress disorder. When we have a presenter, Roman Baca, who used to be a Marine in the American fort in Iraq, and how he uses ballet and dance to deal with post-traumatic stress disorder.
Okay,
and
well,
all
Dirk,
of this will be...
Sorry, Dirk, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you very much, and well done for cracking that. And it's good to get that kind of beauty into our lives at the moment.